This is the podcast where we very quietly talk about video games and then get really off topic about video games as well. In the background, you can hear Josh clicking his tongue, and he's also gently rubbing the microphone. I know that this is exactly what you tuned in for today. You're just gonna keep on listening to me whisper into the microphone. So today we're gonna be talking about Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, and also this new Kirby game that I don't remember what it's called for the Switch, because apparently we really dislike talking about the Nintendo Switch, because Josh is gently rubbing the microphone again.
They know.
They don't know, unless I narrate So I know that you're really enjoying this ear fest right now. Josh is now, for the third time, rubbing the microphone. He likes to rub fuzzy blue balls.
Okay. Now keep this up.
Okay, so welcome to Nerd Kingdom. This
ASMR.
is arcade mode. This is where us three idiots talk about video games, and we want to talk about specific ones, but then we don't.
Dude, have you listened? You've listened to some of our other ones. It's an amazing feat if we can stay on topic. But that's what,
Wait. For you to edit in later.
Like and leave a comment if you want more ASMR from my sweet velvety voice.
Like and leave a comment if you do not want more of that.
I'll take that.
Both.
Do both.
Anyways, the video is about to get loud. You might want to turn down your volume if you turned it up for whatever was just happening.
Sorry.
That is a very fair point.
Yeah.
Actually, I have an auto leveler on, so who knows what that actually sounded like. It'll probably just sound like really loud whispering.
Hello, everybody.
It's like Batman. Hello, everyone.
Hello. Welcome to Batman ASMR.
Podcast to me.
So today we want to talk about an old game at this point. I say old. It's a couple of months old. It's not like brand new like every other game that we talked about. Year olds.
You have to have proper.
Yeah, I know, right? 2004.
Well,
So
you have to have I have to get through this stutter.
You have to move your cup in a certain way to talk.
That's what I'm doing. You have to have a proper amount of time to fully experience all the little nuances. That's why I played it for 3 days.
We're gonna play.
While we're on that, grievances with Steam, the refund thing or whatever, if you have more than 2 hours, you can't get a refund basically. And I feel like I need more than 2 hours to even play the game to know if I like it or not. But anyways, yeah.
So I mean, we're gonna talk about Xenoverse today. So
In no
for those of you that don't know, I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan.
You can't see me nod in agreement, but
I'm basically the only Dragon Ball fan in this kingdom. You could call me the Dragon Ball guru.
the Kai, if you will.
The Kai, if you will.
Supreme Kai of Dragon Ball
The
Z.
Supreme Commander.
I don't know about that. Someone might
Jacoblowe.
challenge you on that one.
Yeah, I know. Don't go there.
Don't do it.
What are the non-canon freezes called?
I am just specifically talking about...
cold-based.
I'm still just specifically talking about within Nerdly Kingdom. Don't challenge me on this.
Oh, yeah.
But it's
So I want to
Brad
talk
just
about
put
the
his
game
hands on top of his head.
dude, you gotta stop.
from the perspective
It's for the
of somebody who
blind
loves
people.
Dragon Ball and somebody who has absolutely no shits to give about it, which would be Toto, Brad.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
I
Brad
give
on
less
here.
craps than Brad.
you might.
But I've also not played the game as much.
Dude, before we get started, knowing nothing about Dragon Ball Z, learning the history through a game about time travel is very confusing.
Yeah, you don't know which parts are messed up.
I don't know what parts are right and what
they
parts are
kind
wrong
of-
and in what order they come in.
When you're playing the story and it's just dropping you off through time.
The game
you
does
know
have
about
my
Dragon-
favorite character in it. It's that guy Azorth. He's like on my screen at all times though. And
If you know anything about
That's my
Dragon
screen
Ball,
name.
if you know anything about Dragon Ball, you know it kind of makes sense to you when you're going through and you're like, oh, I know what I'm doing here. I'm gonna fight. I gotta make sure that Goku and Piccolo kill Raditz when I go back in time to make sure that happens. You know what's going on. But I can imagine from an outside perspective that it doesn't make any sense. You're just like, why am I on these people's team and not this guy? Why is that guy glowing now?
If I know history by if I can lock onto them punch.
Yeah.
That's
It's funny you should use that example though, because I haven't played it that much. I've only played the first one. But one of the main missions that I've done a bunch of times is where I'm on Raditz's team trying to defeat Piccolo and Goku.
So yeah, that's one of the cool things is, I mean, I know like I said, people have already played this game at this point.
Not necessarily.
If you haven't,
it's good.
I recommend it. Whether you know anything about Dragon Ball or not, it is a very well structured fighting game. If you're into that,
it's weird.
Yeah,
because
if you play a lot of Mortal Kombat, it's not really like
it. It has a kind of two-way thing where you can just go in and just mash the buttons and then accomplish something, but it also has a lot of subtle mechanics that you can kind of game and actually get good.
The further you go in, the more strategic.
Yeah, it's because I started kind of strategical and I leveled up too fast, which I can talk about later. But then we did that mission that was like ridiculously hard, and suddenly I was not button mashing anymore, and I was actually paying attention.
You're being really deliberate about what you're trying to do.
I was very, very aware of how much stamina I had at all times.
Yeah, and so it's a very well put together game. Some of them were just kind of like some of the older Dragon Ball Z fighter games. They were kind of just shameless cash grabs because some of them were good, and so you had the Budokai series from the old time, which none of the other guys know about this, but the Budokai series and the Budokai games were really good, and so then they released, the Budokai Tenkaichi, which were made by a completely different company, and they basically just called it Budokai Tenkaichi because they wanted to cash in on the Budokai series. And so
this is basically exactly what happened with the anime too.
I mean, yeah.
What's the one that I played at your house?
It was Budokai.
Oh, okay.
1. I have 1 and 3. They've remastered them, released them again. But
it was good. I liked it.
I absolutely love it. It's an awesome game.
Yeah, it's interesting. Sometimes I feel like I'm just doing the same things over and over again, and then something happens. I'm like, oh, maybe I'm not doing the same thing. I don't know. I can't figure out why it is I keep playing it. But all day at work, I was like, I really hate that Josh has the Switch and use for Kirby because dadgummit, I want to play this stupid Dragon Ball Z.
It has a way of just drawing you back because this is not the first game that has done the custom character thing, but just the amount of depth that you can put into making sure that you level up all your attributes in the right way and going through and doing all the training and with all the different characters from the game, because you can do that. You can learn all their signature moves and all that. And it just really feels cool to make a character yourself, and then you work your way up to becoming a Super Saiyan, and you can be like Brad, just be a human, because that's what Brad always does.
Humans are cool.
If you
the dialogue when you're human is really great, especially against the bad guys. Because how did a human beat me? It's just really fun to make them even more mad.
Yeah, I know.
If you play it and you like it, play it long enough to get used to it and know what's happening, because I'm trying to go back and I didn't quite play long enough, and now I have absolutely no idea.
I'm very glad I actually did go through the training missions. They annoyed the crap out of me, but I did learn a lot.
They were so hard. That one where you're learning the knockback move. So fun fact, that mission is actually broken. It is actually not supposed to be that hard because you literally have a single frame to insert or to input the correct, button combination.
There was one mission I was doing and it was telling me the wrong controls.
Yeah, but regardless of all that, you don't really have to do that to play the game. Yeah. I highly recommend the game. If you like Dragon Ball, you'll love it because there's nothing better than just making your own Saiyan and just going around and whooping ass.
Saiyans are stupid.
Yeah, right?
And
play as a Namahakin.
A Piccolo race. That's how they do things, right?
Piccolo race.
Frieza race, Piccolo race, Boo race.
Play as a small flute.
Yeah.
I didn't get that at first. And I'm not sure if I'm more ashamed that I didn't get it or that you said it.
Make sure that you pick a low that race.
That low. Jacoblowe.
Piccolo
at therealjacoblowe on Twitter and Instagram.
Leave a comment.
You can see us. You can see us in the process of trying to record this, just taking pictures of each other taking pictures.
I didn't. I just wanted to be part of the team.
Stupid. And yet I initiated it.
Yeah. Well, what I was what I was telling you earlier is that when you're offline, people can hire your character to go do other missions.
You've been waiting a long time to hear this.
Yeah, I have this one character. It's this female Earthling because I love the female Earthlings.
See if you can find him or her, whatever. Yeah. In the game, his name is
Red Velvet.
Yeah.
You know what? Pause that thought. What I love that it's completely unintentional. I don't know if you know this, but since the first Borderlands game, I've always named my characters after food.
I forgot about that.
Which is even funnier in the Dragon Ball universe because
where everyone is named
I have a purple Frieza race named Boysenberry, and I'm fighting that Roddenberry.
Yeah,
and
Radish.
Everyone is named after food.
I just feel like I fit in because the go-to is banana bread, and I made an Earthling. He's got this mohawk yellow thing, and it just looked like giant bananas coming out of his head. And I was like, banana bread.
Ask me who my favorite Dragon Ball Z character is.
Juice.
No.
Piccolo.
No, I said ask me, not guess.
What is your favorite Dragon Ball Z character?
I like turtles.
Anyway,
what I'm saying. So they can hire you, and you get, if they use your character, you get money, you can get items. I found a way on an accident, more or less, because I had to leave for work, and I had things half done. The way they keep hiring me is that I have the female Earthling, and I was going through my inventory, changing my outfit, and I accidentally left my shirt off. And when I came back, I just had so much money from people hiring me.
Wow.
I was like, wow,
Are you
really?
in a bra?
Yeah. It's like a two-top looking thing.
Yeah, okay.
That's the secret.
That's the secret, man.
Topless women
that's like
in anime.
It always works.
When Ian changed his gender in RuneScape,
I
immediately
got a
bunch of free stuff, and they hated him when they figured it out. Ooh, they got mad. It was hilarious.
Buying GF 25 GP.
That's a cheap girlfriend.
Well,
comes with free lobster.
Oh, you want a nice RuneScape?
you don't have lobster if you're buying one for 25 GP.
You don't have. Yeah, you don't. If that's all you got
You're
for
right.
a
They
GF.
probably have
You just got
crabs.
some flax you picked out in the back.
No, you got shrimp.
I know, but they.
I know. You're talking about pubic lice.
No.
Oh. That would hurt, having crabs on your genitals.
Just like full-size crabs.
I've got genital
I've
crabs.
got a bag full of crabs here.
Wow, we're going
Don't do
weeble.
that. Don't do that.
I'm
But,
gonna put them in my mouth. Oh yes.
but I don't know what it is
Look
about
it
that
up.
game that I keep going to. But I think I over-leveled on accident.
You just want to see a girl in a tube top.
Apparently. Because, like, I'm way higher level than I should be. Apparently, because I'm killing everything way too easy. Because the first thing I did when it told me I could is I started going to different houses and whatnot, and I started going to whatever his face's house, the missions where you go get the Dragon Balls, you protect the house.
Yeah, the guru.
I don't think you were supposed to actually fight the people in those missions. I think you were just supposed to get the Dragon Balls.
Yeah, you're not you're supposed to just get the Dragon Balls, but
I
I killed them all, and
I killed them.
You know what I found out? Like way too late in the game, you can expand.
Yeah, it tells you when you get in.
I don't read the things. I punch people.
So you've been doing it zoomed in?
Yeah.
Dude, that's
It takes
rough.
me so long to find them. Like, how am I supposed to find this? The world's so big. And then I read the thing, and it says click to expand the range. And I was like, wow, I can see 3 Dragon Balls right here.
I don't know why it didn't start expanding and said click to zoom in to home
I
in.
know.
But, like, I started killing them, like, every time I did is, like, 5 levels. And so I go back to do the next parallel quest I'm on, and I'm just like, I stare at them, and they die. It's like, oh, well,
Yeah.
okay, who needs
Like,
a challenge?
I feel like I had that kind of problem. So, like, what happened to me, my first character? I was
Oh,
playing-
real quick, though. What ended up happening, though, is I beat them, and then I lost that one time, and I had to go do the recovery mission. I was like, well, maybe I should distribute some of my attribute points. I have, like, 48. It's like, oh, well, let's put these in there. And then all the missions were easy after
Yeah.
that.
So, like, I'm playing my first character. You know, I just started off I did a couple of the little parallel quests because I thought they were cool. Whatever. You know, I got through like the first 3 levels of it. Not 3 quests, but like, you know, they're separated into like stars of difficulty. I
Yeah.
finished like the first 3. It goes up to like I think like 6, maybe 8.
I think it's 8.
But anyway, so I finished like the first 3.
Maybe it's
Really
10.
like probably 30 out of like 100 quests. And then I started doing some of the story quests. And before I had even finished the story, I just decided, you know what? I figured out that when you unlock super attacks and ultimate attacks and stuff like that, it actually is account wide. So like I can start a new
Yeah.
character,
Although
and I still have the super attacks unlocked.
I did notice that I think you do have to be a certain level before you can equip some of them.
Well,
How?
I don't think you have to be. It's just
some
like, some of them take more key than you have when you start off.
Well, yeah, but there were some equipment items I just weren't there.
If you're wearing
the
them,
same race,
or if you're not, if you're wearing them, or if you're not the right gender, they won't even show up.
I'm almost positive. No, because I was not seeing enough. Off from two characters, I made a new one and added two characters. Maybe. I don't know, but it could be because I hadn't completed all the tutorial stuff yet.
That also.
Do you have to do something to unlock character slots?
No,
because I only have one on mine.
Really?
On the first Xenoverse.
I have like
all the other ones
like
unlocked.
10, 12.
Yeah, all of yours are unlocked, I think.
I don't know.
But
I have no idea.
Maybe, I don't know.
You just have to see.
I don't have any.
Maybe there's a character switch button.
So I get there and I'm playing through the game. I'm playing through the game and I decide that I want to unlock all these things. So I just go through and start doing all the instructors, go through all the characters. And they've got four lessons that you do, and you have to be like the certain advancement level or whatever. You have to go to the school and take a test or whatever.
That first advancement test is difficult for when it gives it to you.
But like,
because like I'm finding
you get those basically just by advancing the story a little bit. You can get up to higher levels, and I think it's also based on like what your character level is, what class you can go to. But anyway, so I ended up doing that, and I just kept doing the advancement classes, and I basically made it all the way to the level cap before I even finished the story. And so I'm here right now, level 84 with one of my characters, and I finished everything. Like I still have like 90 parallel quests, and it's like, do I want to do these, or do I just want to do start another character and just specifically only do the parallel quest? Because I have all the moves now. I don't really need to do the training with the other characters. It's just like the training ended up giving me so much experience that I was able to completely level up my character before I did anything.
But I feel when they give you that first advancement test, like it is so hard for when they give it to you compared to all the rest of the time.
Because at that point you just have such little health.
You have to fight, you have to fight the 4 people, and I do fine until Piccolo comes out there with his rubber arm swinging around like a Flex Armstrong, just slapping me in the face.
Just slapping my shit, man.
I mean, just beat the crap out of me. Also forget that items are a thing, because like items are a weakness until we were fighting the God of Destruction. I'm like, items are my friend.
Yeah, I need to use this. And then we found out, I don't know if it was legit or not, but I seemed to be hitting Brad every time I was doing my super moves.
I swear it could have been a coincidence. Maybe I just couldn't see him attacking me, but it was
because of my gigantic supernova orb that I was hitting you with.
Every time he used the gigantic death ball, it blew me backwards.
It was funny. I liked it.
It hurt.
In the first
lot.
You have to beat the story before you can make other characters.
Wow, that's hardcore.
That's dumb.
Yeah. I wouldn't even play the first one. One of the DLCs. One of the DLCs in 2 is all of the story missions of the first game. Like you can for real play all of the story missions. I haven't actually done it to know if you play as a character from that game,
play as you,
or if you just play as you going back and do it. I haven't. I did the first one, but the first mission is literally like
explaining
an introduction to the game, and it's literally like going through.
Plus,
time,
I love how
and you
long
play
it
as
takes.
like actual characters during their actual moments in time. Like you're playing Goku killing Frieza, Goku killing Cell, or Goku fighting Cell. He doesn't kill Cell.
I love how long it takes that game to actually get a story.
Yeah.
Because at first it's like, welcome to school! And then you're just like, you're literally like, just going through stages of learning.
I mean, the story is kind of lacking, but
you're
I feel
the
like
guy that they picked for this special mission because you're already such a good time patroller. Well, and then you have to learn everything.
Well, see, when it's funny, they say that, but when you go back and talk to him, like when you do like the tutorial classes or whatever, Elder Kai specifically says you can retake your old classes. So I guess it's just kind of decided that you have already done this before, but hey, if you want to wink, go back and do it again.
It's possible that it's your 5th character doing it as well. So.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you have this new character coming in with like fully decked out armor, like, I'm ready.
Yeah. Yeah, it just doesn't have the same flair the second time around, because my level 1 Saiyan can still turn Super Saiyan because I've already got that skill unlocked.
Oh, yeah, that's weird.
Something weird to mention that y'all talked about when we weren't recording.
Yeah.
Is the abridged.
Oh, yeah.
references.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's another thing that's funny about the game. So if you're a fan of Team 4 Stars Dragon Ball Z Abridged, they actually got a couple of the characters from there to come and do voice actors for some of the playable, or for some of the created character voices. Like, you can choose voices that your people make. And it's pretty funny because, like, they mispronounce move names and, you know, just you can tell who they are. It's really...
If I had known that, I would have picked them.
It's a pretty good little Easter egg, like, fan service, you know?
Well, it's because I figured it out when I was just picking random characters to go with me when I don't pick Goku because it's the shortest path to just hurrying this up.
I just pick the ones that make the least amount of sense.
Well, see,
I'm like, I go back in time to help Goku and Piccolo kill Raditz, so I bring God of Destruction Beerus and then his attendant Whis with me, and it's like... Whis, yes. You have to watch Dragon Ball Super to understand.
But I brought Vegeta and Nappa with me for no real reason, just because. I went through a portal and Nappa's just like, he just makes this weird sound, and Vegeta's like, calm down, Nappa, you're being hysterical. Yeah. And he's just like, I'm sorry, I'm just so something. I was just like, what's happening?
Yeah. And anybody who's seen Dragon Ball Z Abridged would know that that's probably just kind of a reference to it because Nappa...
It's funny, I know very little. I know very, very little about Dragon Ball Z. But I know enough to think it's funny that when I brought Goku and Piccolo with me, and Gohan goes, I'll do my best, Dad. I'm just like, who are you talking to?
Which one are you talking
to? He's like, who's that?
Dad?
Yeah, who's Dad?
One of the missions, when in the first one, I'm fighting Gohan, and once Gohan gets low enough, Piccolo
comes in. Yeah, there's one in this. And when you kill Piccolo, Goku comes in.
When you kill Gohan, he goes, Daddy! And I'm like...
He still does that.
Is he talking to Piccolo, or is he still wanting his dad?
Yeah, so I did that.
Piccolo's the only one there.
I did that quest one time where I was playing as Goku, and then he's like, Dad, what are you doing? And then Goku's like, just get out of here, son, while I'm still under control. And then I just completely wreck his son. You know?
Cool. Yeah, when I do that, it's just like, all right, Gohan, do your best. Like, I'll do my best, Dad. And I still think, I said this before, whenever you fight Gohan, really young Gohan, it zooms in on his face too long. Because he goes, Aah! And his mouth is just hanging open. And it just zooms in on his face and just stays there for 2 seconds with no sound. I'm like, is the game frozen? This is just like, eh. And I was like, is it stuck? And just, no, then it keeps going. Speaking of stuck, the first time I unlocked ×4 Kamehameha, the first time I did it, the camera was at a weird angle, and all I saw was blue. Just blue particle effect, and it locked up my Switch. I keyed so hard, it froze. It eventually got done, but I Kamehameha so hard, the Switch froze.
You can't handle my girth.
It was weird. The thing is, there are so many just useless moves in that game. That's what bugs me.
Yeah.
You'll get too many useless moves.
I understand, there's so many things, there's so many different super moves and everything that are built for absolute specific purposes. Like, there's one called Paralyze Beam that shoots a beam that paralyzes people only behind you.
I know,
so it's specifically for when
a taser.
You just go and shoot a laser behind you, basically.
Granted, if you weren't a stamina-based character, that's great.
Yeah, and it's like, and I know that it's because it's specifically so that when you're punching somebody and they vanish and appear right behind you, you can just blast them with a paralyzed beam and then completely counter it. But you don't think about doing that. When they disappear behind you, you're already dead. They're already knocking you across the
way. My reaction, the moment I hear, I press B.
Yeah, and then you go
behind them. This battle, who's got more stamina? And it's always them. It's always them.
I know. Because the computer characters have 18 bars of stamina.
Because they suck at fighting.
What are you doing?
The AI in that game is not great.
Yeah.
But I don't really think that's what it's for, and that's okay.
Yeah. And I always forget about the evasive skills, so when I run out of stamina, I'm just getting wailed on.
I don't ever have enough ki to use those.
Yeah.
Or stamina to use those. Yeah. Whichever one it is. I never have enough. It doesn't matter.
Because I use it to vanish.
I love
that. It fails me. I love that
you and me were both playing a key-based character, and the mission starts, and everyone's flying at us, and we're just going, It's a quick charge before they get here!
gotta hurry up.
And every parallel quest, like the moment it says finish, I'm charging, just waiting for the next thing to start.
Because you know, as soon as you kill the last guy,
'cause
4 more show
the
up.
tutorial says that the missions have a special requirement to unlock those. Like, is the requirement just not always kill everyone else? Are there any that have special requirements?
Well, I mean, like some of them are like, you know, finish this thing within 10 minutes. Or,
No, that's not that hard.
Yeah, they're really not.
Dude, I lost to Grade 8 Vegeta the first time I played this game like 40 times. Because it was him and Vegeta. No, it was Vegeta and Nappa both turned into Grade 8s, and you both have to kill them. And it didn't occur to me that on the side, where the tutorial is telling me what to do, that I have to kill Nappa first. And so I'm like, Vegeta's glitched! He's not taking damage! And man, it took me way longer than it should have to figure that out. Because he takes damage up to a point, and he just stops. Like, why let him get that low? Why let him take damage at all? Just be like attack the other dude. But no, whatever, it's fine. I felt so stupid.
Yeah, I mean...
Unless you pay attention to the tutorial.
Like I said, I don't read that either.
But dude, no, you need to try the freezer race. They've got some nifty moves.
Yeah.
Plus, you know what their ability is? They regenerate stamina by attacking.
Yeah.
That is, yes, I have stamina now. But their attacks are really hard to combo. At least from what I figured out. It's so hard to figure out, because there are different combos from pressing the strong and weak buttons, but they're so hard to actually figure out, because there's no training dummy for me to test these on that I know of. So I just kind of have to press and hope.
Yeah. All you've got is just the combo list and
which is completely unhelpful.
It's like every
X,
X, Y, 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 Y.
It is
Y, Y, Y,
useless.
X, 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 X. X, X, Y, Y. This one's chargeable. X.
It's like there's like 3 graphs, and it's just like the like X and then X, and then like they're branching off. It's so hard to understand what it's trying to tell you to. Well, not what it's understand, but it's useless. It's useless. Yeah. You don't know what they do, and so like you'll do the combination. Like, was that right? Did I don't
want to have to count how many times I pressed X.
I wouldn't even mind counting, but like it doesn't tell you what the move's called or what it does. So you do it like, was that it? Did I do the right thing? Did I do something wrong?
Yeah.
I also learned it doesn't always work, but I was holding down the boost button. Yes. Holding down the boost button and attacking them, and then they start flying back, and if you keep holding the boost button, it interrupts your teleport. You just keep flying, and sometimes you can just get an infinite combo, and they can't recover from that, just boosting into them over and over again. Yeah. I still don't have a 50 combo on that one character. I got 40 freaking 9! Oh, I'm so upset. And I'm an Earthling, and I get paid more. Is that all you get from him? Is there some end game with his character?
Yes, if you finish it and you're an Earthling, you get that. You get like a special awoken skill that only Earthlings can get.
Oh, that's cool. I actually do.
The one I was telling you about, where you fly around.
Oh, okay. Is that how you do that? I have to get a 50 combo. I just need to wait for you to like zap someone and then me immediately do it from the other direction. Yeah. Like just get him like right there.
Yeah, I wonder if it counts, because it does count. It does count up. Like if I have 28 and you hit him, it goes up to 29.
It totally will.
But does it count as your 29 hit combo?
I'm assuming.
I mean,
that's how I got my 45 the first time.
How was it?
Was that Goku did a Kamehameha on him, and it was like 44, and I was like, and I shot a key blast real quick.
I got up to 45. A 70 by just
also the homing,
using my weak attacks, just wailing on him, and then like right before, like when you hit him and knock him way back, just Z-vanish behind him, do it again, repeat. I just kept doing it.
Yeah, because they tend to only Z-vanish at the ends of your little teleport things. I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah.
But
and so you interrupt it with a Z-vanish. I'm basically just hitting them, punch, punch. You know, just
the key. What do you call it? The basic key blast, not like the supercharged.
It's just a key blast.
The regular key blast, the homing one, is useless. It is the worst thing ever.
I almost never use the key blast.
Dude, if you have a high basic attack and you have the rush one, you can do some serious damage just by... Because apparently you can charge that really far.
Really?
The rush one? Yeah, you can shoot like 40 key blasts at one time. You just keep going and they can't get out of it. But it also leaves you really vulnerable if someone else wants to punch you because you can't do anything.
Yeah.
Like, I need to show it to you because, like, you can charge it up forever. Like, I can take... Like, I was fighting Vegeta as a great ape and I got his stamina all the way down and hurt him during the one key blast. It was ridiculous. And since those count as basic attacks, it actually really works for a melee guy if they're far away.
Yeah, because it's just the basic attack.
Sorry.
You listen to our podcast? I heard William say Shape of Water.
Yeah.
Oh, that was on Instagram. Yeah, that was that was funny. Instagram.
Follow us on Instagram at the thenerdlykingdom.
But yeah, it's really weird because I know nothing about Dragon Ball, but I'm really intrigued by this game. Although it's so funny, like I'm learning characters' names, but I'm like, especially people that have switched sides. Like I'm fighting Vegeta, now he's on my team. I don't know his motivation in any of this. Yeah. He just seems really angry all the time. He's just more angry at other people.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do the whole Frieza thing, but I can't figure out how to advance the plot in that. Like I did the things and I fought some people, but
I think it's just
I'm waiting on the next quest to come up.
It's based on like
is it character level or just time or
I think you have to do it. I think some of it is character level.
The first time I started it immediately, and the next time I was like, why can I not start? Because
that's actually you unlock an awoken skill specifically for the Frieza race, the golden form. Yeah. You have to actually.
What do you? Okay, so yeah, because I know you can. Oh, his house, right? There's 5 houses.
Yeah.
I'm missing. Which one am I missing?
Yeah, Hercule,
Gryffindor.
Oh, I was the Majin's
house.
The Majin house. You raise his family by feeding him food. Does he just? Is it like mitosis? Does he just make more?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
But only in the video games.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I mean, I guess it's assumed he can do it.
Whatever, man. That's a weird race.
But he can regenerate himself from like a single little piece of him.
Oh man, so that means Deadpool can do that?
I guess.
He just make his own race of Deadpools that are in constant agonizing pain?
Maybe.
I don't think maybe it's not a good idea. Never mind. I take that back. But I'm trying to think of more stuff to talk about that because we were talking about a whole bunch of stuff before we were recording, but we got all out of our system. We shouldn't do that.
That's why I brought up the thing that I remembered.
And I appreciate that. But you've been playing... Stop
scrolling through Instagram.
You've been playing... Yeah.
Engage.
Kirby!
Yeah, you've
Is
been playing
it time for me to talk now?
Yeah, it's time for you to talk.
It's your turn, Jarsh.
I don't know. I saw people play the Kirby...
Now Josh is going to talk about
Shut
Kirby.
up.
I let him stop to do it and you just interrupt him. I saw people play the Kirby game and what really intrigued me about it is that you can just like drop in. I almost said drag and drop. I did say drag.
Drag and drop your character into the game.
You can just like drop in on someone else's game.
And actually, this time we're talking about a game that's not out yet.
That came out.
So we got you.
It came out.
It actually came out yesterday. Damn it! So behind.
It's very new though.
This is like 2 days ago.
Few people have played it.
So you actually bought the game?
$60. No, there's the demo.
Okay, so you were playing the demo.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was playing the hard one that you hadn't played yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely want that.
The hard level.
Anyways, that was drawn out.
No, I said it. I didn't draw anything.
That's worse than Lori and William. See, now you got him distracted. Think harder, Josh.
Anyway,
Josh is really distracted
supposedly
right now.
not, because I looked up the best Kirby games, because there isn't one on GameCube besides Kirby Air Ride. What the crap?
Apparently, Kirby Air Ride is actually pretty good.
I don't care. It's not a Kirby game. It's a racing game that involves Kirby.
You know that thing from Super Smash Brothers where you collect the pieces of the thing and you like target it?
Yeah, I know. That's
the ultimate shit from Kirby Air Ride.
Anyways, I wanted to play an old Kirby game that I hadn't played before because Crystal Shards, is that what it's called? Crystal Shards? That's the one for N64 that I really loved, especially because you could mix.
You could turn it into a refrigerator.
Yeah, you could.
You can mix the powers.
Ice and powers. Thank you. Ice and electricity made a refrigerator, threw out food. You could get health. Blah,
that was fun.
Not super useful, but
my favorite was the rock and the cutter, and it like sculpted you
into different, what I told you.
Into different things, and you could turn into this little bird and just fly all the way to the other side of the level, and then you fall and kill people because you're a rock still.
Dang it! What is it?
What?
There's 2 of them that make you a Swiss Army Kirby. It's Spiky and.
I have no
double Spiky, actually.
Oh,
could be double Spiky.
It might be double.
Anyways,
Spiky
it was
cutter.
really cool because. No, I don't think so. No, you throw it your face is a giant sawtooth.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You just move really slow, but it just attacks.
And it's funny because you throw out the thing and you're literally just like a stick with 2 feet because you threw your face off.
It's a great game. I really suggest it.
It is a very good game. If you have a Nintendo 64 running around,
or an emulator on your computer.
We don't encourage emulators on this channel.
I do.
Because he's illegal.
Yeah,
he's a criminal. His mugshot's on the internet. Look it up.
Shut up.
What are you doing?
I was going to take a picture of him yelling. And then be like, #emulator. Anyways.
If you're going to do it, just do it.
You weren't yelling anymore.
I'm sorry for yelling into the microphone.
That's the one that I played a lot. I've beat it many times.
Many times.
And so I wanted to get one for GameCube because Dolphin is a great emulator that runs great on your computer and it can play GameCube and Wii games.
Nerdly Kingdom does not condone the use of emulators.
But Jarsh does.
But Jarsh does.
Anyways, that's going to be my thing now, apparently. So I looked up the best Kirby Wii games. And the one that came up the most was Kirby's Epic Yarn. Not a fan. You don't suck up powers because you're made of yarn. Air goes right through you. You just have your powers because you're made of yarn. And you use them in the game, and it's a very bad way. And then the gimmick is you have your own house that you can get stickers for and make your house and blah, blah, blah. And it's not great. Plus, I was using an Xbox controller for a Wii game. Not the best thing ever. And then I got to a boss thing, and it felt more like a Sonic game than a Kirby game. Anyway, so I rage quit. But this one is back to your basic Kirby thing while still being new. Yeah, it's really good.
Sucking up enemies.
Yeah. Oh, actually, Crystal Shards was weird because you actually turned into stuff, and this one is back to normal Kirby where you just have different hats, as Toto pointed out.
Call me Toto.
I don't know what I'm supposed to, so
I'm just Brad on this.
Okay. That dude that is Brad or Toto.
Toto
you can look up his
Toto
stuff
McD
and like
on
or
Instagram.
comment. We're just gonna plug it everywhere
out there anymore.
Anyways, but then you can friend monsters. You throw out a heart, and you can have up to 3 other monsters on your side, which people can join in. You can drag and drop your controllers into the game.
Because the Nintendo Switch makes that surprisingly easy.
Yeah.
They do.
But so you can just join and you'll be one of the monsters that they friended. And then you can mix. Actually, the monsters can't do. All of you can mix your powers together. Some only work with certain ones, like obviously the sword and the cutter and the yo-yo, which is, I think, a new one for this one. I'm not sure about the old ones.
I don't know. No.
Not? Okay.
Nope.
Anyways, there's fire ones and ice ones like the old one, but now there's wind and water. But you can add those, and they do different stuff depending. Like, I had to fight not the Great Deku Tree.
The Great Deku Tree.
Wow, that's basically what it is, but with a dumber face. The basic Kirby
Woods.
tree. Yes, thank you.
To what?
Wispy Woods tree. The thing that throws apples at you.
And he goes,
Totally. Oh, like
Yeah.
in the Smash Brothers?
Yes, exactly.
that.
It's a Kirby level.
That's been in like a lot of
Every Kirby,
games.
yeah. Like,
Pretty sure probably
it's
every
probably level in the
Yeah,
Kirby.
I know all about
Star Rider.
Kirby's. I know all the Kirby's.
Yeah.
Falco Punch! Anyways.
He's bad at this today. He was doing fine earlier.
This silence brought to you by Nerdly Kingdom.
I hope that shows up.
Nobody came. Yeah. Okay. Inside joke.
I don't know what just happened.
From Undertale, another.
You don't know what just
Oh!
Yeah, when you murder everyone and it's like, it still does encounters, but this is not Kirby.
I remembered. I was fighting the Great Deku Tree. I did air quotes in case you couldn't see it.
You couldn't.
You couldn't.
I knew he was going to do that. And I had the ice yo-yo, which was super helpful because once he gets down to half health, he freaks out and just starts dropping like 1,000 giant apples on you. So I was doing okay, pause. There is a combo list for like every power.
Oh, yeah.
And it's amazing. Like there's way more than any other Kirby game. Like if you hold down up, it does something. If you hold down down, it does something. And it's different for each one. And then they all have some of them have like just helpful things for puzzles and stuff, like the parasol. It becomes a chumbrella.
Chumbrella, because you're chums.
Yeah, it's a friend move. Anyways, so I had the ice yo-yo. You looked at me like something bad happened.
I was just listening.
My bad. I had the ice yo-yo. I thought you weren't recording
That
or
was just
something.
his face.
Yeah. Okay.
I zoned out and I just zoned back in and happened to be looking in your direction.
Okay. I had the ice yo-yo and I was doing the up move, which basically throws the yo-yo over your head. You can walk the dog if you were wondering, and it's awesome. Just constant damage in front of you. That's how I was hurting the tree for a little bit.
She's a sword. Jeez.
No.
What I did was I had the fire and I just went. I stood right next to him and
That's
did
not
that.
gonna work.
And did that the entire time. He did not hurt me a single time. I went,
It doesn't do a bunch of damage, but it's an easy constant damage.
Yeah.
But if you do the down up thing, it does this whole. I did things with my hands that you couldn't see.
You couldn't see it.
And but okay, so I was doing the ice move, or I was doing the up move, and I had the ice. So every time it hit an apple, it would freeze the apple above me, and then the apples falling down would hit the ice, and it protect me like double.
Oh.
And I was like, wow, this is the perfect combo for this thing or whatever. And then it would, when it hits the ice, you know, it hurts the thing that hits it, but then the ice moves too, so it'd fall over. Or they move over, yeah, and it would protect. Well, yeah, someone hit the tree, and then someone hit the apples out of the way from my other friends next to me. So it's just like the perfect combination of crap, which was totally by accident. I just like ice stuff, and yo-yos are awesome. But
It'd be really interesting to go back and redo levels like with like completely different combinations.
I did that. I played the demo like 12 times today. I used the fighty thing, which is weird because you're basically like a weird Captain Falcon type Street Fighter character, and you have a bunch of different punches and combos. But then instead of you can't get a fire fist or ice fist or whatever, your friend move is you pick up one of your other players and throw them across the level, and they bounce and just hit stuff.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see that. I didn't know what was happening.
Really weird. But in the demo, there are a bunch that you can't play as. Like, there's so many in this one. Like, excuse me. It shows you a video after the game, and there's like in the old Crystal Shards one, there was that guy who painted stuff, and then the paint stuff would come to life. And this one, that's one of the things that you can get a power of, and other stuff that I can't remember. There's more, a lot more, but unlike Kirby's Epic Yarn, where you could turn into a car, which did no damage, it just made you go faster. And
that makes sense. I mean, you were a car made of yarn. How much momentum did you have to do damage?
Everything else is made of yarn too.
So it just makes them squishy.
The normal thing, you just grab them and pull them apart. Like it's no difficulty whatsoever.
Oh.
You literally have your arm like just like you Michael Jordan Space Jam it. And
Space Jam it.
And but if you held it down, you picked them up, and then you could throw it at another one. It gave you extra stars, basically. It was really not.
It's for a completely different demographic.
It might get better as you go on, but I didn't have a Wiimote, so I didn't try.
No emulators.
Oh my gosh. If you're wanting to play PlayStation 2 games, the best emulator is PCSX2.
Don't look at me like I'm going to help you.
He just said 6.
That was not giggle worthy.
Okay,
Why'd you giggle?
we're going to go in emulator land here a little bit, because I do have...
Oh my gosh, it is PCSX2.
I know.
No, I wasn't sure if I was right.
I did have Kingdom Hearts on the PlayStation emulator, which was pointless because I have Kingdom Hearts on the PlayStation. Like, it's literally sitting there next to me on my PlayStation, and I play it on the computer just
But he
because...
also played Persona
Because
4?
I can save state and cheat.
3?
That's the only reason.
Persona 3,
And it
right?
also gets really weird sometimes.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, it would totally mess
Not
up.
so much anymore.
Sora's eyes. I think it was something wrong with the... I think it was something wrong with the... it's something wrong with the copy. The lightning sound was wrong, and we go... every time he did lightning. Like, it sounded almost exactly like that.
That's like...
And Sora's eyes sometimes during the cutscenes would move, would be a little bit laggy behind, so he'd turn, and his eyes would be sitting there, and they'd mimic the movements of his head just like 2 seconds behind. It was very disturbing, especially in a lot of cutscenes.
His
like,
eyes had a bad dub.
what's really bad is like in some of the earlier cutscenes when like he's seeing this weird stuff he's never seen before, he'll react by like flinching back, and so all it'll do is make his eyes kind of pop out really big and then slowly move back in. It was really. It's very disturbing.
It's like. I mean, it's just like a cartoon, man. He saw something strange and his eyes popped out.
I once did a speed run of I mean, not in any like actual speed run. It was just like me doing it as fast as I could of Kingdom Hearts, and I think I beat Kingdom Hearts in like one sitting with Lori watching me once. It was like all day, but I did it, and that includes like getting the Ultima Keyblade or whatever it's called.
Oh god, yeah.
That was fun. I miss Kingdom Hearts being a good game. But we won't get into that because that's a whole nother podcast.
That's a whole nother podcast.
But yeah, I think that's all we can talk about. There's probably more stuff I wanted to talk about Dragon Ball Xenoverse, but I've just completely forgotten all of it, so it doesn't matter. How do you fly? Do you just unlock that in the story?
Yeah, didn't you just get it? Like when I was over there?
Yeah, I did. It's literally just a thing. When you advance the story, you unlock your flight license. And you can fly, and then everything's so much fucking easier to get around in there. Well, I fly like directly on the ground. I don't even care.
And to be fair, I guess you could just unlock. I mean, I had the things unlocked anyways. I could just use the teleporty robots.
Well, yeah, but when you can fly, it's a lot.
Oh, also, what is up? We're going back to Dragon Ball Xenoverse. What is up with the music in the not fighting areas?
So you start off this game. You start off this game.
It's close enough.
You start off this game, and it's like got a sweet epic guitar riff at the main menu, like yeah, it's like awesome, you know, some cool stuff. Like, and then you get into the main overworld where you're gonna spend most of your time that you're not fighting, and it is just the most god awful, terrible, horrible soundtrack for a video game I've ever heard.
I don't know. Dynasty Warriors, because I remember what Dynasty Warriors 4, I think, is when you beat something, go. Yeah. And the one me and Jordan played, you beat a mission, like you beat playing the mission, it's like, and then when you beat the mission, it would go.
But it's like
it's so sad that I still remember that music, but
it's like they designed it specifically. Because you can change the music. Like, there's like 15 different background musics you can choose for like battles and inside the, you know, the city overworld and everything. And they're all terrible. They're all terrible. None of them are tolerable. They designed this specifically so that you would want to get the fuck out of the city as fast as possible and just fight. They just want you to go and fight, which is good because that is where they put most of their effort into the development of this game.
It's interesting. I keep thinking it's like this is just button mashing, and then I start getting my butt kicked, and suddenly I'm like,
because if you just button mash, you're gonna get your butt kicked.
Eventually, it's gonna work really well, and then when the things get really hard, you're not gonna know how to play the game because you've just been button mashing.
Yeah,
I totally didn't run into that problem.
Gotta get good, mate.
But dude, when the new Dynasty Warrior comes out, if it comes out,
they're releasing Hyrule Warriors for the Switch.
Hyrule Warriors.
I was about to talk about that because I was already talking about Kirby, so I'm on a Nintendo thing, and then he said Dynasty Warriors. I disagree. I think
really
Hyrule Warriors was awesome.
It lacked
Hyrule Warriors.
It lacked,
especially when you unlock Majora's Mask Link. I think he was a DLC, but when you get him and you could put on the fucking Fierce Deity mask as his special move and just kill everything. I mean, it's so awesome.
You know who's badass? Linkle. Is that her name?
Yeah.
Linkle, yeah.
Dual crossbows.
With the crossbows, yeah.
The issue with the issue with Hyrule Warriors is the same problem that the early Dynasty Warriors have. It's that the missions aren't varied enough to hold my.
That's true. That's fair.
Because as Dynasty Warriors, I mean, they're okay, but like Dynasty Warriors 4 didn't really have a lot going for it. That's where we came in. It was the first Dynasty Warriors we played. It had some stuff that like could be like considered side missions ish. And then as you went on, like there was one Dynasty Warriors that was siege based. I missed that so much. Like the way the latest Dynasty Warriors worked was interesting because there was no. The story mode was a story mode instead of like being you pick a character and you go through that character's viewpoint. You picked a team and you played as different characters as time progressed, which is fine. But the Dynasty Warriors before that, it was like to get into a door, you weren't like, oh, like I remember the one before that. You just attack, you just punch the door. And this one is like you have like catapults, and you had trebuchets, and you had battering rams, and you had engineers that built that, and you had to protect the engineers, and you had to protect the ladder runners so they could put up. And I felt like other times I'm a god in a battlefield, killing everything, and that one I felt like I was in a battlefield, like I was actually a general, and I was getting stuff done, and that was just the coolest feeling.
To be fair, it's impressive how Dynasty Warriors.
Every game is just almost a different game.
Managed to make every game a different game, replaying the same 50 years in history over and over and over again.
So much,
if I had to fight the Yellow Turbans one more fucking time.
Oh man, that's so true.
It's the Yellow Blue!
No, not Yellow Turban.
I know, I was just talking about the Yellow Turban Rebellion.
Dude, he got bad A. Because in Dynasty Warriors 4, it's like, oh, some yellow turbans. And then, last one I played, he's like throwing magical tornadoes at me.
7 or 8. Yeah, he's crazy wizard, dude.
Yeah.
Wu Clan forever.
Wu-Tang Clan?
No.
He's
They're the rightful heirs, to be fair.
I think it's Wu.
It is Wu. Wu Wei and Shu, and then
I know, but I thought Wu was the right one.
What was the one after that?
Sons.
I just like Cow Cow and Cow Pie.
It starts with
I know, I was going to say, it's pronounced Cao.
I know.
But in
you got Cow Pie.
In Dynasty Warriors 4, I kid you not, there was a mission where Cow, as they said, Cow Cow, and his son Cow Pie, it was just Sao P later on, which makes way more sense, we're trying to flank the enemy. So there's an actual line in Dynasty Warriors 4 that is Cow Pie, take the rear.
Cow Pie, take the rear!
It's so hard to take that mission seriously. They all had I guess we're just talking about Dynasty Warriors. Every Dynasty Warriors had its strengths and weaknesses. The newest one, yeah, you guys stop. We're talking.
I'm sorry, I didn't even mean to that time.
Josh is the bard of the group. The newest one went back to the traditional kind of Dynasty Warriors formula. The one before it that I was making fun of the music of was interesting because you could only get health from the bases you captured. So capturing bases was suddenly important. Yeah. More than just the reinforcements, you needed it. And it didn't immediately just make health. It started with really weak health, and the longer you didn't take health from it, the stronger it got. And so you had to get good in that game. You couldn't just go in and button match.
It kind of made it easier because sometimes it was impossible to find a stupid pot in the old ones.
That is true. But also the enemies didn't drop them either.
Or you already found all the pots and you've already picked up all the health while you were full
on how it goes, but sometimes
and then they send 16 generals after you. And
I like that game because it is definitely possible to fail a mission.
Which one? Yeah. Like in general or
Dynasty Warriors in general, yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because you have to be strategic and you have to do what they say and you have to pay attention to what's happening on the battlefield.
Yeah, I like that. In Dynasty Warriors 4, you could do whatever you wanted. And Dynasty Warriors, especially in 8, and I think that's the last.
3 and 8 are the ones.
And 8 is the one where you don't play as a specific character's viewpoint. You play as a team viewpoint.
Yeah.
So if South tells you to do something, you do it, or you're gonna lose.
Yeah.
Like you actually have to take orders and follow orders. It's crazy.
I never follow orders from South.
Well,
because Sun Tse is my king.
They're all dead.
Yeah, they are. Poor guys. Well, technically, all of them
just get so murdered. What's really great is that every game has the same 2 missions.
They had the Jade Tiger, dang it.
I know, right? But it's so weird. That's the only reason we know this stupid, it's kind of mythology. There's always the same 2 missions. You have the yellow...
If I eat your eye one day?
Yeah.
Cool.
Dude, I want to cosplay Ziyahudun, however you say it, so much. But there's always the same 2 missions. You have the Yellow Turban Rebellion and that weird castle that everyone ends up on that's got like traps everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it's so fun to see that castle advance from like, oh man, falling rocks to like these weird like conveyor belt ramps and fire breathing dragons and dude,
you know crazy. What's cool about the newer Dynasty Warriors?
The weapon switching?
Yes, exactly. Well, not even switching, that you can choose your weapon.
And then you end up, and then somehow you end up, no matter what character you're playing, you're fighting with a fucking boat. You have a boat. I'm just gonna beat you to death with my boat.
Yeah, well, see, and
there's a hand cannon.
The one before you couldn't switch weapons, but it had an actual, skill tree. And that's where that came in. And I actually really, at first I hated that skill tree, and I learned to really like it. I love the abilities. I think 7 is actually my favorite. 8 is really close, but 7's really good. 6 was awful.
If I'm not mistaken. You're into the Warriors, I did air quotes again, if you could see it.
Needed headphones.
I was trying to figure out how we got in Dynasty Warriors. I remember now.
Yeah.
Hyrule Warriors.
If you're into the
I'm talking about something
stuff,
that was relevant to today's time since
and
it's
you're
coming
into
out in a couple of
some
months.
anime, there is a One Piece Warriors, and it is not bad. It is really weird because, supernatural anime abilities or whatever. And the voices are...
I mean, I want to see Piccolo and what's-his-face fight with them. Both got stretchy arms. You go back and forth.
Luffy.
Granted, Piccolo would just, special beam cannon him, and that'd probably break him.
Can he bounce lasers?
I don't think so. Not that one.
Yeah, that one.
Not
that
that
one's
one.
specifically designed to pierce.
Oh, well then no.
Like it pierces through people.
I bet Zolo, whatever his name is.
Zoro.
He could cut it in half.
Maybe.
The beam?
Yeah.
Maybe.
He's got 3 swords.
Yeah, one in his
He'd
teeth.
like to spectrum him out.
If you've never seen One Piece, it's definitely worth watching just because it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I've never seen One Piece, and even I know that guy fights with a sword in his teeth. If you are an avid
watcher of anime, you're probably throwing up right now because One Piece is technically not a good anime, supposedly. I don't know.
It can't be worse than
But if you are, you're probably not listening
Sword
to
Art.
this.
Okay, I thought you were going to say Dragon Ball. We were about to throw down.
Dragon Ball Z just sucks. So.
Dragon Ball Z is an interesting anime because the
Okay, you know what? If it wasn't for Dragon Ball,
we wouldn't have
all of the
right
animes like that, like Naruto and everything, they would have never came into existence.
That's not a good example to give us.
Yeah,
I know.
Naruto sucks.
I know. Well, I agree that Naruto
If you're
sucks.
listening to this and you like Naruto, I'm sorry
Don't be rude.
that you like it.
Don't be rude.
Nerdly Kingdom does not condone the watching of Naruto.
No,
Okay.
seriously. If you like it, whatever. I really don't care. I'm not a big fan of it.
I
It
don't
does
watch
have its.
anime.
It does have its.
I don't watch anime.
Well,
I
the
watch
longer-
Dragon Ball.
The longer this podcast goes,
The
the more
way
off
more off
we
topic we
get. That's
get.
fine. They can tune out whenever they want. Yeah,
Hey, if you are watching, leave us a comment somewhere.
they're watching.
Yeah, you're watching this. You look at your phone when you're listening.
You can't see this. It's better when I do it.
Screw you.
Every time you guys do that, you have to lean in, and all they hear is the table getting hit.
I could not lean in correctly. I moved the table like 6 times.
This table is so unsteady because it was
Listen to this.
Stop. It was supposed. It's actually a desk, and I took out the back thing, and that was supporting most of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
One Piece Warriors.
I could talk about Dynasty Warriors longer than anything else. But maybe one day they'll come out with it. Although, who makes Dynasty Warriors?
Noe.
Noe?
Is it
Noi.
Noe.
Okay.
Noei.
Okay. Good. I was trying to remember that company that's one of them Japanese companies are really crap right now, and I can't remember if it's the one that made them.
I think Bandai Namco might do it too.
And on a second note, I know everybody in
I'd
the
be okay with
world
that too.
knows
I think you're right.
that Dark Souls is getting remastered and it's going to be on the Switch. But the important part about that is that they're making a Solaire of Astoria amiibo.
That's great.
And he's totally doing the Praise the
amiibo.
Sun pose.
Of course he
Praise
is.
the Sun!
That is pretty cool.
And it's
At first
awesome.
I thought you were saying
What are
It's awesome looking.
what are bad game reviewers gonna say about Dark Souls for Switch? They're like, oh, it's the Dark Souls of Oh wait.
Yeah, right?
Oh, right. Omega Force is the developer and published by Tecmo Koei.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Because a while ago they said they were working on a new one, but they said it's going to be a really long time because they're putting a lot.
I was going to say, was 8
They're
the
making
last
a new
one?
what?
Dynasty Warriors.
Oh, Dynasty
9.
Warriors. I thought you were talking about Dark Souls.
No,
I
I'm
was
making
I was like,
Dark Souls.
what?
Yeah, Dark Souls 9?
What? What?
I mean, hat.
I mean, they basically
Didn't they say something about
They
Dynasty
made like a
Warriors 9? It
spiritual-
was going to be like a huge open world, like ridiculous type game.
I don't know if they made anything
I
promises
remember
like
seeing an
that.
article
I've
like
been
that.
drinking way too much carbonated product. Excuse me, but they said it's gonna be very different, and I mean all of them are. I'm down for it. Whatever they throw, I'm gonna buy it.
Whatever.
If you had a computer, I'd say we should get the one on Steam because they finally got online co-op
Really?
for the PC one. Yeah, sweet. But
That's what I have One Piece Warriors.
it's only
only One Piece Warriors.
Is
expensive.
it called One Piece Warriors?
It's called One Piece Warriors 3.
Hey, man.
It's the one I have.
Don't. I mean, you gotta stay on
You
brand.
know how many freaking...
Is it made by the
characters
same
there are?
people?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's an actual Warriors game.
Okay.
They know what they do, and they do it well.
Yeah.
Usually, not always, but
They do it.
hit and miss. Huh?
It's a new follow.
I don't care.
Promoting your podcast.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Whatever. What are you doing? Okay, I guess that's it. We could stall for like another hour, but we should just end this now so I can play Kirby. I'm way past going to bed, man.
Holy crap! It's 1 o'clock.
That passed a long time ago.
I said clock weird.
Clock. If you liked what you listened to, or if you didn't, preferably if you did, I suppose, leave a rating. That really helps a lot. Like a lot. Like to whatever platform you're listening to on. Leave a good rating. Follow us on social media. We're actually getting pretty active on that. On Instagram, follow the Nerdly Kingdom. On Twitter, it's the nerddom, _NERDOM. Ooh, dyslexia.
Iridocyclitis.
For real. I'm on Instagram. I'm Toto McG, and on Twitter. Actually, I don't use my Twitter at all. And then Jacob is therealjacoblowe on both, right?
thealjacoblowe on both.
And Jarsh is thejarsh
on Twitter.
On Twitter, DA_Jarsh, and then jawrshua on Instagram.
I like how you spelled duh, but not Jarsh.
Well, I mean, Jarsh, they'll figure it out. Duh could be like TUHDA. I don't know.
JAWRS.
I went to the underscore and gave up. That's what happened.
Yeah.
But
There's a lot of underscores.
I know, underscores are awful.
If you follow one of them, you'll probably be able to find me because I'm added in all their added in all their posts.
I believe that would be called tagged.
Yeah, that's it. Tagged. I like that. Edited it.
But anyways, wrapping this up because
Supersonic Acrobatic Power Battle Cards is also a good game.
Yeah, well,
otherwise known as Rocket League 1.
Rocket League 1, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Rocket League is on
we could have talked about that.
We could have.
They have skins now, and some of them are worth a buttload of money.
That's great.
Like real money.
Let's talk about it next podcast because we already ended this one.
Yeah, I know, right? I just like saying Supersonic Acrobatic Power Battle Card.
This has been the Nerdly Kingdom Arcade Mode Podcast. If you enjoyed this, then maybe I'll whisper some more in the microphone. See you later, babe. Colin. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Nerdly Kingdom's Arcade Mode
Hi!
Podcast.
God.
That was called Brad the Jump.